Okay, here we go on the start of turn 7. Charlie is playing Space Marine 2 upstairs, but we'll be down in a few minutes. We've rolled for ADCs and initiative at the start of this 7th turn. The Union have retained initiative, and all brigades on all sides are active, and both the Union and the Confederates have got artillery assaults to go off. So will they do any better in this turn than they have in previous ones? All right, charges to declare. No charges from Charlie, he's just reforming his troops and trying to break this left flank with skirmisher and artillery firepower and holding his Confederate units in brigade. They were in reserve, they were his previous directions, and he's formed a defensive around the crossroads. So it'll be up to the Union to try and break this. So no Union charges, because I don't think we'll be able to dislodge the Confederates till we bring more forces up. So it'll be over to the Union for normal movement. Okay, so no movement by the Union forces. Our two brigades, our two regiments down here have formed up to potentially form an attack force to go against this crossroads. Otherwise we're going to keep firing with our skirmishers. All right, we'll start with firing. Skirmishers first. So there'll be 2 shots from each of these 2 regiments against the left-hand regiment. 4 and a 6 and a 6, so that is a casualty and possibly a double 6. Might get a discipline test against that right-hand brigade, right-hand regiment of Confederate. Okay, so a double 6 does indeed cause a see the elephant test for that Confederate brigade. So I think we can hear footsteps coming down the stairs as Charlie approaches. So Charlie to roll. He's a shameful son in his Arsenal dressing gown. Not a true believer in the wonderful team that is Watford FC. All right, Charlie, your first roll. You've got to do a see the elephant test for what is your far left-hand regiment for some skirmisher fire. Double 6, so you pass that and don't have to break. All right, next will be my infantry regiment here, which will open fire.
They've moved.
They have moved because they formed up. Let's just check the range, but I think they're in effective range. They are closest point from the flag is about 10 inches. So for rifled muskets, that's actually at long range. Long range and moved is -2 to this dice roll.
Cover.
And you have cover, so that is a 3, so that's a loss of fire discipline on this regiment. All right, and then final movement or final activity for the Union this time will be opening fire with our artillery. They're going to try and do counter battery fire using their artillery assault on Charlie's guns. This will be at no penalty, I don't think. That's effective range, but -2 because you're deployed artillery.
Yeah.
Let's just see. Deployed battery, yeah, -2 for the blue dice. So that's a 4 and 1. So it's not a fatigue casualty because it's only -2. So a 4 doesn't cause a fatigue casualty. But a 4 also causes no, at effective ranges, half a casualty. All right, so I might get 1. I do. So that's 2 casualties on your guns, 1 and 1 for the artillery dice. And that's the end of Union firing. Over to the rebels. All right, rebels to open fire. You're going to do your skirmishers or the artillery first?
Skirmishers.
Okay, so they will be,
2 dice?
it's 2 dice, yeah.
Okay.
Roll that one again because it's cocked, I think. Wow, that's 2 casualties against the gun. No longer can this gun do artillery assault.
So it's not worth firing at the gun, so I'm going to fire this unit here.
Okay, remember you break it though. I think if you do 8 casualties, but that's still quite a long way to go. It's quite difficult.
I'll just be -3 for me.
So you're at effective range, but behind cover, so it'll be -1 for this.
And both these black dice were the casualty dice, that was why.
Yeah, so an 8 becomes a 7. At effective range, you're a 6-gun battery, that's 1.5 casualties, so roll 1 dice. Yeah, so that's 2 casualties, and then 1 more for the artillery dice.
Yeah.
So that takes them up to 5, is that right, Charlie?
Yeah, 5.
All right. But no see the elephant test, so we're right for that. That's your firing over here. Yeah, for that one, you're firing at me in the open, but it is at long range. Wow, another great shot by Charlie this turn. All volleys at long range, you got an 11. So that's 3 casualties and a see the elephant test. We do all right this time. We roll an 8, so we stand. But can I have a casualty dice, Charlie, so I can pop it on that unit?
And then up here against the skirmishers, these ones here.
Yep. That'll be lots of fire discipline.
A 5.
Well, no, because you're firing at skirmishers, so that's -2, so that's down to a 3.
And these guys will 5 against them.
Yeah, how many casualties have they got?
5.
So they'll be at -3, though.
That's fine.
11, that's pretty good going. 11 -3 is 8. 8 for your a normal size regiment is 2 casualties on those skirmishers.
Okay.
And see the elephant test?
It'll be -2 because they're on.
Yeah. 10, 9, 8. So their morale holds, but they're very close to being broken. All right, turn 8. Let's roll for ADCs. My off-table brigade needs a 5. No, nothing. And my 2 on-table ADCs. Nothing. No ADCs at all for the unions.
I got 2. So
All right. What are you doing with those 2, Charlie?
I might just do an artillery assault.
Okay, because you're in doing defensive. You don't really need to
Yeah.
activate your brigade. I'll roll for my brigade. It is active, so the union are active.
I got a 5 for them, so I
Okay.
just go off. And then they're hesitant, but doesn't really change anything.
Okay, so now
Wait,
for
is it
initiative.
one big brigade or 2 for me?
You've got 2 brigades.
Okay.
'Cause you've got
They're
2 brigade
the best ones
commanders.
to be hesitant. They're not really doing anything.
Okay, so let's roll for initiative. I get double 6,
Well,
so
can't
I
wait.
get initiative. All right, unionists to move first.
Was this unit by?
You can form up. Yeah, they should have formed up last turn. Apologies, I didn't realise they were unformed. All right. Any no charges from the Union? Any charges from the Confederates?
No, because I would have tried. Yeah, no.
No charges. All right. So movement for the Unionists. All right. Movement's complete on this side. So the Union, one of the Union skirmishers of the Union cavalry regiment has pulled back. It's on 7 casualties. Once it hits 9, it will disperse. And that would cause a falter test. The other skirmisher moved to the right, which has uncovered the Union regular regiment, so it'll be able to fire into the Confederates. We've moved our 2nd Battalion back up to try and assault the crossroads. Meanwhile, Charlie, now he's caused serious damage to the Union artillery battery, has decided to assault again with his Confederate infantry. So no charges this turn, just firing. Union will go first. We'll start from the left with our artillery battery. This will be at -1.
And the first casualty of the skirmishers wins it.
Those rules are General Dame 2. I don't think that
It was in 1.
might be the case in 1. Yeah, first.
I think it was in 1.
We'll check, because this is after all not General Dame 1, but Pickett's charge. So we'll see how that works. I'll just do a check and we'll do that. Charlie is right. The rules are like General Dame. Those skirmisher screen will take the first casualty of the canister fire from the Union guns. All right, let's open fire with the Union guns. So could you just check the range for me from the Union guns to your 1st Infantry
What's
Battalion? Canisters up to 12.
It might not be in range.
Middle gun to the closest part of the unit.
I might do these from the other way. It'll be easier. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely in range. All right, so it's close range. But we don't roll great. We only roll an 8. Close range is 3 casualties. So 1 on the skirmish screen.
No, 7 because casualties.
Right, yes, so a 7. So it's 2 casualties and a see the elephant test. So 1 on the skirmisher screen, 1 on the regular brigade, and a see the elephant test on the regular brigade. They are veterans. Oh, you've rolled a 7. That goes up to an 8. How many casualties have they got?
Oh, they're gonna go a 7.
Don't pick them up, because you need to see whether they unform the unit behind.
Got 6 casualties. It's -1.
Okay, yeah. So they've got a 4 then, aren't they? Yeah. So that will be a retire behind your formed units, but you will unform the unit directly behind you because it was within 6 inches. All right, my infantry brigade is our infantry regiment is out of arc, so we'll open fire with this one. The front regiment hasn't moved, but it is at long range, we decided, didn't we, last time, and -1. So a 7 goes down to a 6. For a standard volley is 1 casualty on that Rebel Regiment. We'll then fire our next lot at your guys behind the fence down here. This will be at -1, also at long range. A 7 goes down to a 6, so that's 1 casualty. And then 2 dice from my skirmishers. No casualties from the skirmishers.
So
All right,
I'll start from here.
now Rebel open fire.
So
Yeah,
here, that's fire discipline.
that'll be a fire discipline on
Up
that
here,
one.
against
Yeah.
the exact same as you, is an 8.
That's just a straight 8. And is that at long range? It was, wasn't it?
I think so. Wrong.
That's 1 casualty on those Union troops. We'll put a casualty dice on in a second.
And then up here,
Yeah, long range. How many casualties have you taken?
I got a 6. I got an important casualty. I think that's a half.
Okay, so 6 is half a casualty. Yeah. Yeah, that's another one on me.
That's
I'm
good.
on 4, so I'm on -1 now.
And now over here, the black dice are going to be the
Artillery dice.
Artillery
Are you
dice.
going at the infantry unit again?
Yeah, so the red dice are the normal roll.
Yeah.
And
So this will be at -1.
that's them.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I should have taken
7
the black
and
dice.
2. Yeah. So 7 is pretty good. So this is a defective range. So 7 is 1.5. So roll one of those returns again. So just 1 casualty
that
and
was
then
3.
2 more from the casualty dice. So that's 3 casualties. That up to 8 and -2. The Union Brigade is looking in quite a pile of state.
And
now.
the skirmishers.
Oh yeah, and the skirmishers as well. They're firing at the guns, are they?
So one more
One more casualty on the gun. All right, so let's just do a recap. So the Rebs started advance again, but thrown up by the artillery fire. But the gun is now really struggling. 6 casualties. I think it only has 8 before it potentially has to retire. Let me just check. Artillery battery. 8 for Union, 7 for Confederate. So yeah, 2 more casualties on the guns and they break. And then we've got 8 casualties on this Union regiment, 4 on this one. So the Union front line is looking a bit weak. All right, so no charges from the Union troops. We did play 3 ADCs and managed to rally this front brigade. So we did take 3 casualties off that front brigade, but still things looking pretty precarious. I'm not doing any charges this turn. And no charges from the Confederates. Confederates have initiative.
I'm just
So you're not charging anything?
For my movement, I'm just reforming
So
stuff.
he's reforming his infantry. All right, so there'll be a little bit of movement from the Union troops, and then we'll be back with firing for turn 9. All right, so the Union are really trying to push for this crossroads, so they've moved their infantry regiment here up into close range firefight with the Rebs. Down here we've moved and as I said rallied these 2 units so they're in support distance of one another for a potential assault on turn 11. Otherwise we're just trying to hold off another potential Confederate assault on the right flank as Charlie's reformed his troops there. Charlie, over to you. Do you want to open fire first?
I'll start on the here.
Okay, so this will be at -2. So that's a 4 at standard volley is fire discipline. Yeah.
And up here.
Yep.
I'm
3.
I'm
That's,
saving all my best rolls.
yeah, that's another fire discipline.
Up here.
This down here.
7.
That's better. That's at long range because I haven't moved forward. So that's 1 more casualty on me. So back up to 2.
Okay, and then I'm gonna shoot.
Charlie put artillery assault on, didn't you, Charlie, with all your
I'm shooting
ADCs?
at the unit.
Same regiment that's out in the open. So this will be at
The
-1.
red dice all the way.
Wow, that's quite good. That's 8.
Yeah.
So at effective range is 2 casualties.
So we're on 10 now, and it's a discipline test.
And you didn't get any with the casualty dice. They both
No.
rolled 1s, did they? So that's 10. No discipline test.
No.
They need to get to 12 to break. So you're nearly there.
And then you get the artillery.
Yeah.
1 casualty.
1 more casualty. God, it's getting close here. So we are all on the point of breaking this Union line. It really is going right to the wire. That's it for your firing then, yeah?
Yep.
My firing, I will fire back at your front Confederate regiment through the skirmishers.
-2 now.
No, because I'm only on 7, so it's still only -1. But your skirmishers are
Blocking.
blocking, so I have to fire at the skirmishers. So this will be at -3. Reroll an 8, that goes down to a 5. At close range is 1 casualty on the
It'd be really
skirmishers.
funny if you got off a tea casualty. That's the way you lost your.
One casualty on the skirmishers. All right, we'll open fire with a long range volley from this brigade here. They lose fire discipline, which means what does it mean next turn, Charlie? They fire.
If you don't move,
Yeah.
it goes. But if you do move, it stays, which means you can't fire.
Okay. All right. We'll fire our skirmishers. 2 dice against your guys behind the fence. 1 casualty against the guys on the right, opposite the skirmishers. And then we'll do a volley. They also lose fire discipline. So not great. No, 1 casualty on you. All right, that's it. That's the end of turn. That was turn 9, wasn't it, Charlie?
Yeah.
Turn 10, 3 turns to go. Can the Union manage to wrest this, or will the Union Brigade break? I think the odds are favouring the rebels at the moment. All right, let's do ADCs for turn 10. All right, so Charlie put artillery assault on again. I had 1 ADC and I did that as a reroll. We both passed our activation roll, so let's roll for initiative.
Oh,
The Unions get a 7. The Union has got initiative.
But did you roll for your division? You didn't roll for a division to activate.
I did. I got a 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were fine. All right, so Unions go first. Any charges from the Union? Gotta do it, but I can't put. Let me just check the rules for infantry. Right, this is it, all or nothing. Both these regiments are about to collapse, which will probably cause the brigade to go. So we're now assaulting here with 3 regiments trying to break the rebel position. So we've got some defensive fire.
I was thinking it'd be funny if you take all my troops here, but I make you fold, you have to run all the way back.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be quite annoying.
Okay, so which one are you starting
I'll start
with?
this one.
Yeah,
A 4, okay.
that's
Get one
nothing, but you've got supports to your flank, which can also fire.
An 8 and minus
So
1.
remember, supports do get this, so don't complain when I fire supports at
7.
you. Effective range, 8 is 2 casualties.
So 3 now.
And a see the elephant test. A
Ooh,
7.
that's unformed, isn't it?
No, that's fine. I think a 7.
Okay.
Let me just check, because they are slightly different here. So I'm regulars, obey orders on a 7+.
Okay.
So they do get a charge. All right, this one
A 6.
is something.
If that's 2 casualties or 1.
Oh, hang on. You might also get a bonus for close range. No, okay, so effective range, you got a 6, that's 1 casualty on them, so they're up to 3.
Okay.
So they both took 1 casualty, is that right? Oh no, how many do those one take?
Also, 2. You
Okay.
also take a test to go over the fences.
Yeah, to stop going to not go unformed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they go
it's 7.
unformed, so they're unformed, and the other ones are okay. All right, let's do the charge results, starting on the right. All right, so it's +3 on this one for Charlie. He's rolled a 4. I've got an 8. You do get a re-roll, Charlie. A 7, so you go from -1, but with your +3 modifier, you go to +2. So on a charge result...
That's my support. Oh yeah, my support, yeah.
On a charge result of -2, I halt and fire 2 combat dice at 3 inches range, where I cause 1 casualty on you.
Okay.
And you hold. Right, so move me back away from the hedge if you can. I'm 3 inches back from the fence.
Okay.
So we got pushed back when we tried to assault the fence.
Wait, you got fire discipline. What would that do with the firing?
I don't think... Well, I didn't fire. Oh, yeah. Don't know. But let's just do it like that, and we'll perhaps check the rules later for fire discipline in a second. All right, and then on this other charge,
I think I've got +1.
you're +1 because you've got defenders. We've both got re-rolls.
Yeah. Okay, I got a 6.
I've got 10. You've got an 11. So you win by 2. So I get 2 shots.
Do you want to re-roll though?
No, I don't. I cause 2 casualties on you, but stop at 3 inches distance. So with that taking place, that's all the charges on this flank. We now move on to firing. I do have 1 unit of skirmishers able to fire. So they will fire at you. They do no casualties. All right, over to the... to this flank. Who had initiative, Charlie?
It was you, but also Do you want to fire guns? Because if you get a fatigue casualty, they will be gone.
Yeah, but I've got to fire them because I'm threatened by you.
Double one.
So it's -2. Oh!
And also because casualties, -3.
4 -3 is 3. Fatigue casualty. The artillery battery disperses. That was good advice, Charlie, which I didn't take. All right, I lose the artillery battery. Nothing else to fire. Let's do, Charlie, you're firing probably just with your guns against that infantry regiment. See if you can blow that one away too.
Okay, so I'll
2 dice at -1.
So that's the that is
So you take a fatigue casualty.
my black piece, my 2.
No, nothing at all. So you can't do artillery assault now anymore, can you?
Nope. Oh,
Unless you
we have
rally
no
with your
movement.
general. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Yeah, Charlie. You could do your movement. I'll take off my dead casualty. All right.
It's D3.
It is D3. So you recover 3 casualties. And let's roll my falter test. I don't have enough. Oh, I did have enough for a re-roll. So actually, I wouldn't have done that. I would have kept it for a re-roll, wouldn't I? But a 4 on a falter test for a regular is hesitant. So I am hesitant this turn. Let's roll for initiative.
Do you want to re-roll that?
No, I'm not going to re-roll hesitant because I might get run away. We get a 5, which goes down to a 4. Confederates have got initiative on turn. All right, so the Confederate right has moved up to the fence line and occupied the road. Those skirmishers that look out of position had moved up to flank the Union regiment that was here. It, in its movements phase, fell back. It went unformed, crossing the fence line. And over here, the rest of the Union forces remain in position. Charlie gets to open up first. Which one are you firing? Firing the guns at this brigade. 4, fire discipline. So what are they up to now?
5.
Okay. Oh, they only have 7 before they disperse.
That's fine. They're not going to get shot at, are they? Now up there.
Okay.
A 7.
A 7. That's at a close range volley. A standard volley on a 7 is 2 casualties on the front regiment.
Okay, and then these guys.
Yeah.
A 6.
Not doing so well this time. A 6 is 1 casualty on that regiment.
I'm 4 now. That's fine.
Okay, and then on the skirmishers,
10.
which goes
-3.
down to an 8. That's 2 casualties and see the elephant test. So how many casualties are they on now?
I'm 7.
They pass, but they're on 7
Try to
casualties.
get this
No,
one.
doesn't know.
Never used one of them.
All right, I think that's all the firing. That's the end of turn. Oh no, my firing. My firing back. Okay, -1 for a volley at you, so -2 because you're behind a fence. A 4, so that's lose fire discipline again.
Up here it's -4.
Why is it -4? It's only -1.
You move your
Oh, I moved
casualties
up.
And you're behind the
And the fence line. 7 goes down to a
Right,
3, so they also lose fire discipline.
Excellent.
So both my front units have lost fire discipline. All right, so we've done ADCs. Both of us are active, so it'll be a straight roll for initiative. I put a rally onto this unit and rolled off 1 casualty. Charlie put a rally on his unit on the left-hand end of his line, the right-hand end here, and took 3 casualties off.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
right,
that's been the
Charlie?
story of the game so far.
Yeah. All right, let's roll for initiative on this last turn of the game.
7.
Uh,
A 7.
7 and a 7. Who had initiative last time? Okay, Confederates get the first turn. The
That's right.
rebels almost. The crossroad is contested. The
I think
rebels
I control
do
it more,
need
though.
to potentially throw the Unionist off. Right. Okay. Turn 12. Both Union regiments are charging. This is pretty crucial here. Let's see what we can do. Defensive volley on this flank then for you, Charlie. Close range. 10. That's pretty good. That probably does for this one. That's 4 casualties and a see the elephant test. So that's see the elephant test at -2. And they get a double 1. They rout. So that's the end of that regiment. All right, and the Unionists charge this Confederate Brigade regiment. Let's see how they do on their firing. Oh, it was nearly another devastating volley. So that's 2 casualties,
On 7.
but not a see the elephant test.
Or if it had 1 more casualty, they would have been at -2 for the charge.
Yeah.
But you still will be because your casualties and taking 2 casualties in the charge, won't you?
Okay, well, let's see what the adjustments are. So now we have a charge test. I've got a roll, see if I go over the fence. I don't, so I go unformed. as we try and climb over the fence to attack you. I need to check whether we really need to do that, but we're certainly playing it that way in this turn. So you're +3, Charlie, +4, I think. How many casualties have you
0.
taken? And I've taken 1. I'm unformed, that's 3, and you're veterans, that's 4.
So net +4 for me.
So net +4 for you. We both have a support.
Yep.
Let's roll.
I've got a 7.
Oh, well, the Union have rolled really well in this game. So the Union have got a 9.
If I re-rolled and got a 1, what's the worst result I can get?
Well, you've got a 7. So at the moment, with a +4 modifier, you're on +2. So let me tell you what you've got at the moment, and you can
I think I might
decide
re-roll
whether you want to
for
re-roll.
fun.
Well, if you retreat, I'll claim victory. So on +2, so on -2, I do a volley, and you hold. So I can cause at most 2 casualties on you, and not take possession of the square.
So if I re-roll this,
Yeah.
and I get a 1, you probably want to re-roll your 4, won't you?
No, I won't re-roll a 4 at all. It's far too good a result to re-roll.
If you hold and you go
So if you got a 1, that would be 9 against 9, so it would be a draw, so we would close to melee.
Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh, no, I still...
So you got an 8, so on +4 you're up to 12 against 9, so it's -3. I actually now retire and my supports retire, so the attack has been thrown back. Right, Charlie will now open fire with his guns against this brigade here, Charlie, I think. So -2, that's a 6, that'll just be 1 casualty. -1 rather.
Yeah.
So that'll 6, that'll just be 1 casualty.
Come on, if they get 2 casualties... What can
Okay, and the skirmishers get 2 dice, they need 5s. Whoa, they have done it.
Yes.
A great roll. That's 2 more casualties to the skirmishers. This takes this unit to 12.
Yeah.
It is also then broken and flees from the table. Here we are at the end of game, end of turn 12. And at the end of turn 12, this is a strong victory for the Confederates. But it was pretty close. If those assaults on the last turn, or the last but 1 turn, had gone in, the Union could have just hung on to the crossroads for long enough. They're still there contesting it, but these 2 brigades are routing, or not routing, they are retiring off table. This unit also will choose to retire. Unfortunately, that Union regiment there fell to the last shots of the game, and down here this unit is also routing, having lost its hand-to-hand combat, leaving the rebels firmly in control of the crossroads. Well done, Charlie, great result. And we'll come back next time and probably show you another perhaps bigger game of American Civil War. Cheers everyone, have a great week.